The amount of new free content for Assetto Corsa tends to ebb and flow, and right now we're in a peak as far as tracks. If you look at RaceDepartment, there's some incredible new tracks, and I'm going to feature 5 of them today. All the links have been provided in the description. Each of them are free, but you can choose to donate and buy the creator a coffee if you wish. So let's go ahead and get on track. Alright, so first up, Slovakiaring, and this one is actually not new, but it's received some pretty significant updates of late and is phenomenal. And if this one is not already in your collection, it absolutely should be. This one, I mean, it is, in my opinion, as good as anything we'll ever see Assetto Corsa. There's 6 layouts included currently, and it's just a fantastic track. It's what Assetto Corsa kind of does best, in the sense that, you know, it's a lesser known track. Not to say that it's got no bearing on the racing world, but lesser known track, but we have a mod for it that is top quality all around. So it lets us experience things we probably don't see a lot of in the racing world, which is perfect. So I am driving the RSS Lanzo V10, which is GT3, but you can run pretty much whatever you want. There's a lot of high-speed stuff here, so you know, it'd be interesting to see what a formula car could do at a track like this. And yeah, just whatever you drive, I can almost guarantee you will enjoy yourself. So again, Slovakiaring, just brilliant, brilliant. There's even a hill climb layout. As we chase down this Porsche, and well over halfway done this lap.
Subscribe to Sim Racing 604, my favorite YouTube channel.
Kind of reminds me in some ways of Sachsenring. Similar vibe. And it looks beautiful at sunset, by the way. You set this for about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, just as the sun is sort of going down. It's a great experience. This is the longest layout that we're driving here. This is the track day layout, about 6 kilometers long. And that was a lap of Slovakiaring. And next up, we are on the Amalfi coast. And this is a really cool kind of open world / free roam. And you can take it in any car you want. Generally, I do this in the LaFerrari just because I think it's a cool car. But if you want the experience of a stick shift, I recommend the Porsche 911R. Great car, not too much power, kind of perfect, and kind of pulls you into the immersive nature of going for a sunset cruise along the Amalfi coast. Absolutely beautiful. Very winding, very tight road. This is not something you necessarily want to do fast, but just a good way to experience many of the hypercars and supercars here that we have in Assetto Corsa. And you got to be careful kind of picking your spots with overtaking, of course. And be sure to use your signal when you do. Or don't. I'm just kidding. But yeah, beautiful. Beautiful way to experience Assetto Corsa. And it doesn't take that long. It's probably about 5 minutes, I guess, to reach the turnaround point. But you can go back and forth on that turn using the turnarounds as many times as you want, of course. I've set this up with a little bit of time acceleration so that as I sort of make my way back, it'll be completely dark. I won't give you that full experience in this video, but by all means, use the download link, and then I'll try and remember to share my settings. So if you want to experience exactly this in a car of your choosing, you can do so. I've tried to use all Kunos cars, so yeah, you should be able to set this up exactly how you see, but with a few more cars. But yeah, really fun, really neat way to experience Assetto Corsa. Whoops. Really neat way to plow into a wall at full speed. And you'll see the terrain changes a little bit. See that darkness setting in. Man, that's beautiful. I think, yeah, there we go. No signal there. I'm gonna get a ticket. But yeah, you can see, you'll see the terrain change pretty soon, and we actually cut through the mountain, which is really neat. See the city off in the distance. Vespa's off to the side. Really impressive level of detail. And again, just a fun way, if you're here for speed, you're not going to find it along the Amalfi coast. But yeah, if you're here for a fun, enjoyable, kind of de-stressing style of experiencing Assetto Corsa, look no further. And here we go. I think this is the part where we go through the mountain. I think we're close. And there's lots of lookout points here too. You can stop and just enjoy the view if you wish. It's not the most detailed terrain that I've ever seen, but yes, just the same, it's a fun way to experience AC. Here we go through the mountain. Look at how gorgeous that is. Wow. Whoops, not reverse. We're not far off the end here, so yeah, like I said, it's not particularly long, but just enjoyable for what it is. There we have a floating motorhome. Come on, Mike, find your gears. This is mostly a second gear cruise here in this 911R. And here is the turnaround point. Whoop, a little accident there. BMW on BMW. Alright, so this is the turnaround point, and you can relive exactly what I just did once again. But yeah, really cool. Really, really cool. Alright, let's go on to the next. And next up, I think this one's called TOSFED. I'm not even going to attempt the name of this Turkish track. But it's just a short little one. Comes with a few layouts, and I don't love the road surface, but hopefully with a quick update that can be fixed. It's just a bit bumpy, a bit rough, but overall a really nice layout, really fun track. And this again, something that you know, you wouldn't really expect to find anywhere else in sim racing. It's just a relatively obscure track, but a really fun one to drive in something like this. I'm in the MX-5 Cup car. And yeah, you just really get to experiment with the curbing here and see how hard you can push a car. There's also rallycross layout, so if you're into rallycross, by all means, give this one a go. But yeah, that was it. That was a quick lap of this track, and I'll go one more here. And I'm just still learning the track and sort of getting used to the MX-5 Cup car here. So these, again, these curbs, you can experiment with how hard you want to push there. And so that's what I am learning. And a couple of fast switchbacks here. And then down slow into the hairpin. Back on the power. It's kind of an awkward line because it sets you up for failure if you try and get on the power too early. And then we go flat through the first part of the chicane. Well, I guess, I don't know if that's technically part of the same chicane, but you get my point. And then correcting. Somebody really loves Avis here. Yes, fun one. Again, I mentioned the track surface. I don't hate it because of the track surface. It just needs a bit of work. It's just a bit rough in spots. Woo! Too much speed. Hold on to it. Now let's try and take this hairpin a little bit cleaner here. So again, you're on the wrong side of the track here, although I guess you could hug the inside line here. It's a fast enough corner. But you see the amount of trackside detail too. They've done a really nice job with this. Not the fastest way to exit a corner, but that's fine. Yes, this is a good one. All right, 2 more for you. And next, we are all the way south. We are in New Zealand. Taupo, I think is how you pronounce that. And it's a really fun, really interesting, complex, technical track. Really great for supercars, hypercars, that kind of thing. I mean, you could race whatever you want here, but to me, this is sort of a hot lapping track. And I've chosen the ultimate hot lapping car, perhaps. Whoops, as I messed this up. This is the Pagani Zonda R. We're going to see if we can chew up some hypercars here. But yeah, really nice. Really interesting track. Well done in all facets. I mean, there's no real weakness to this. We get 6 total layouts, including a drag strip. If you've ever, you know, wondered about who would win in a drag race, a P1 or a LaFerrari, a GT3 car, or whatever, Porsche 918, you could experiment here with that drag strip. Of course, Assetto Corsa comes with its own drag strip, but Taupo offers one as well. Alright, coming to the end of this lap, and then I will walk you through a lap of Taupo. Just having so much fun making this video. I've kind of gone in a different direction than I had originally planned. Corvette, hate to tell you, you ain't going to be in front of me for long. Alright, rounding the final corner here. Very technical final corner, which we will get to. But it is a sprint down the start-finish straight here. And then braking hard into a left-hander. Coming out of the left-hander, we have a very exciting right-hander here. It is banked very much. So we get to take this pretty fast. Got to be careful of that curb, though. And then into a fast left-hander, and then a fast right-hander, which falls away to the left and sets you up for failure. But if you can get everything planted, it's a really nice corner. And then again, this falls away blindly to the right, and we brake hard into a slow left-hander here and try and set ourselves up for success by fading to the right. Very fast left-hander here into a very fast right-hander. We're going to try and almost clip these barrels to the right there. Get a good exit here. MP412C unfortunately does not stand a chance. Falls away once again, and then we're going to brake hard. The first part of this long left-hander is faster than the second part. Titans 2, if you will, in the rally world. And then we have a long straight here, getting up to north of 250 kilometers an hour in this Pagani. In this particular car, we're braking at about the 150 bleeding out speed left-hander, and then we want to hug tight on this right-hander, and then around this left-hander to finish our lap. That is the magnificent Taupo. So we're going to finish up here by going back to a place I've already been. This is the Crema test complex, and I did a video about this previously, and took a bunch of cars here and tested them out and sort of got a ranking order of how some of my favorite cars in Assetto Corsa stack up against each other. And don't ask me why I'm going so slow, too busy talking. But yeah, this is a test complex from the original Netcar Pro demo. So if you know your sim racing history, you'll possibly have an attachment to this, or at least have been aware of it from the early days of Kunos. And in my video previously, I used the short layout. This is the long layout. And I am driving a Super GT car. How about that? No, not you, Steve. Other Super GT. 2021 version. Super GT is, of course, becoming something else now. But yeah, still a cool car. Alright, I feel like I talked my way through that one, didn't go very quick, so let's see if we can finish this video with a fast lap here at the Crema test complex. So I am up 2.2 seconds on my previous warm-up laps, but I'm sure I can beat that. Already up 0.2 in a single corner. Bodes well for the overall success here. little lock under braking there, nothing too serious. Got to be careful getting on the power. Yep, definitely much faster. 1.1 seconds up. Ooh, too fast into the hairpin though. Saw that big smoke puff there. Good to know I'm pushing. Bad to know I'm pushing too much. Whew. That wasn't great. Please don't tell me I'm going to throw away this lap. Down to a 0.6 gap. Hopefully I should still be able to pull this one out as a new fast lap, but it won't be by much. There we go, got a decent exit there, so I should finish up somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.8. And that's it. 5 new tracks. Enjoy, and thanks for watching. No 7th gear.